We love to meet successful women, and today we want to introduce you to fashion and business powerhouse Emma Grede.
If you do not know her name just yet, that's okay. We can pretty much guarantee that you know her brands. Take a look. British-born Emma Grede is one of the most successful businesswomen in the world. She's CEO and co-founder of Good American, which prides itself on being the first fully inclusive fashion brand. Emma launched Good American in 2016 alongside Khloe Kardashian. The brand made $1 million the very first day. Emma is also a founding partner of Skims, the solutions-oriented shapewear brand valued last year at $3.2 billion. Her reach goes beyond fashion. Emma is also co-founder of Safely, the cleaning brand with chemical-free products. With an eye for product and marketing, Emma has made a commitment to invest in startups rooted in inclusivity, diversity, and sustainability. She made history as the first Black woman to serve as an investor on ABC's Shark Tank. And most recently, Emma was named one of America's richest self-made women by Forbes. Her favorite two words in the sentence? Self-made. Well, shall we focus on self-made, Miss Emma Grede? It's so good to see you. I think a lot of people, when they see someone like you, they kind of come in on this chapter, the crazy successful chapter, but they don't realize that before there was this moment, there was a lot of struggle and hard work that maybe they wouldn't have looked at and said, wow, I wish I could be that.
100%.
Tell us about that early part that brought you here.
Well, you know, it's so interesting because I have been, working since I was 14 years old, and I'm just now finding success as I get to my, 40th birthday. And I think I really want to dispel that myth for women that, this happens overnight.
No.
It doesn't.
No.
I've done, business after business and failure after failure, and finally, you get something right. And so that's the great thing. That's the journey.
Yeah. As you said, you started working when you were 14. You are the daughter of a single mom.
Single mom, four girls, one of four.
One of four. What did she instill in you, do you think, that, gave you the grit to keep going? Because here's the thing. If you had quit when you were 18, 19, 24, 30, you may not be sitting here right now.
It's so true. I think the most important thing that my mother did for me and for all of my sisters was this sense of self-confidence. I was raised to honestly believe that I wasn't better than anybody else, but nor was anyone better than me. And that is the confidence that I sit with today. Running these businesses, starting things from scratch, you've got to have crazy self-confidence. And I honestly believe that's what gets me through the day.
You say you were working since 14. What job did you have?
I had a paper route. I delivered the papers. I worked in a deli, I worked in a cafe, I worked on the shop floor. It's like, you name it, I've done it.
What did those teach you, those little jobs?
Well, I think what they really teach you is perseverance and also just, discipline. I started my first company when I was 24 years old, and you're going to make a lot of mistakes, but I was, I think, uncompromising, and that's what all of my businesses have in common. We're trying to do something that is about breaking the mold, doing things differently, but being uncompromising, and that is just something that I learned very early on in my career.
I love that. The other thing that people may not know is that you're the mother of four.
1, 2, 3, 4. I know. I feel it every single day.
And it doesn't always look perfect. And I think if you look at Instagram, you may think, oh my gosh,
Well, not on my Instagram. I will tell you. I try to really dispel those myths because I think that as women, we're set up to fail. This idea that you can have it all of the time. I talk about this all the time, but it's really about a trade-off. I don't believe that you are perfect at business and the perfect mother and a perfect wife. It's like I have a trade-off every single day. It's like this morning I'm here. I did not take my children to school. And that's all right because actually I'm teaching my children something else. I'm teaching them the value of going out and doing something for yourself. And I think as a mum, ambition doesn't disappear just because you have a bunch of children. In fact, I never felt more ambitious than when I gave birth for the first time. I was like, well, now I know what I'm doing all this for.
Totally.
And that's part of it. But, when I think about Safely and this newest business venture of mine, that's so much about my children.
Totally.
Doing something that is, better than what's out there. I think that all of us, after the pandemic, we'd surrounded ourselves with these toxic products And I wanted to create something that was safe to use, better for your family. And really, you know, I'm on this mission, an absolute mission to actually make cleaning something that, you know, we can all look forward to and to elevate your everyday.
Well, I look forward to cleaning because I have a little bit of a clean problem.
I love that.
But this stuff, by the way, because we've tried it, we have the hand soap, the dish soap, and the stuff that makes your room smell delicious. But your philosophy is find the need and fill it. That's kind of what you've done your whole career.
That is what I've done my entire career. And, you know, this is a product that's very, very close to my heart because, like I said, everybody wants to do that little bit better for their family.
Yeah.
And we've created a product that's entirely plant-based. It uses natural ingredients with the most unbelievable fragrances.
It smells really good.
But you know what's important is that it works. It's super efficacious because as a mum of four, I don't have time to do things twice. It needs to work.
Yeah.
And so I'm very, very happy. But we've created a product that is accessible at a price point that everyone can afford. So I'm very, very happy to say.
We have to say, we is you and Khloe Kardashian.
Yeah.
Does she ever momager you? Kris Jenner.
Kris Jenner. Who has the best house, you know.
Does she ever momager you?
No. Well, I think she
momages... Or y'all momager each other?
Well, no, Kris just momagers everybody. But, you know, she momagers this business, that's for sure. You know, she was very specific about what she wanted to do. And the fragrances really came from Kris, having these beautiful smells. And I'm very happy to say that we're launching in Target this week.
Oh, wow.
So, all right,
we're going to pause, just take a little break. But I think a lot of people want some business advice from someone who started with a paper route and wound up where you are today on the Forbes list. Stick around. She's got advice for a couple of entrepreneurs coming up right after this. And we're back now with Emma Grede, one of the most successful businesswomen in the world, as a recurring shark on Shark Tank. Emma knows a thing or two about emerging businesses.
So we are so excited because we are about to meet two entrepreneurs who are sharing their businesses with us. And Emma is going to weigh in a little bit of guidance, okay?
Oh, yes.
All right.
So first up, can we meet Laura Diaz? Laura, come on out.
Hi, Laura.
Hi, Laura.
Hi.
Okay. Laura, please tell Emma, you are gorgeous. Yes. Tell Emma about what you're starting and how she can help.
I'm so excited to be here to present my brand, Lady. It's a fashion brand that I created that women can wear whether they're pregnant or not. So it's versatile and can be worn through a pregnancy and beyond. And the reason I created it was because within my own pregnancies, I was so frustrated that I couldn't find stylish clothing that I could wear. And, you know, 9 months is such a long time to not have stylish clothing.
Exactly.
So I ended up creating my own. I am sure there's so many other women that would benefit from having stylish options during their pregnancies.
Wow.
Okay, Emma, do you have
such a need?
Yeah, Emma,
what's your question?
Yeah.
Okay, so my question is, I started my fashion business on a really small scale. But I've done it with the intention to create a big business like yours and serve lots of women.
Yes, you did.
My dilemma has been trying to figure out how to scale in a sustainable way.
Yeah.
So with a product that's innovative and kind of a new clothing category, would you say that it's best to create a demand by marketing and then create operations, or create systems and then create...
Good question.
Such a good question, Laura.
Great question. Well, the problem is, and the honest truth is, you pretty much have to do it all at once because you're still trying to figure out your demand in these early stages of your business. The best advice that I can give you is try to do things as quickly and as locally as you possibly can. The great news is, in America, we have such an incredible and vibrant manufacturing base, so you can do things really locally. You can figure out what your demand is and then really iterate into that, and that's what I would try to do. Keep everything as close to you as you possibly can so you can see it working.
Thank you.
That's
Thank you so much.
All right, we appreciate it. Next up, let's meet Ozzy Okaro. Ozzy, come on out.
Hi, Ozzy.
Oh,
wow.
I love
beautiful, Ozzy.
Okay.
I need all of these for my babies.
Ozzy, tell us a little bit about what you created.
Yes, this is the Cozy Dolls, and I'm Ozzy, as you know. It's a line of dolls called Dolls of Color that come in a range of skin tones and hair textures and styles.
Yeah.
Growing up, there were no dolls that looked like me, and I wanted to create dolls that looked like my girls. I have 2 girls, and I wanted dolls that they could relate to and identify with.
Beautiful. Representation matters.
Yes.
What's your question?
My question is about brand awareness. I've been in business for a few years now, and I really want to know what your advice is for me about building my brand awareness. I do want people to be able to recognize the Cozy Dolls, and I'm a small business, and so challenges with funds to big market. I don't have a big marketing budget.
I totally understand all those challenges. And the challenges that all founders actually face in the beginning. The beautiful thing is now that we've got social media. And so it really gives almost like an equal platform for people to get their ideas out. My best advice to you would be don't limit your audience. I think that all parents, regardless of their background, are looking for things like this now. We all want our kids to grow up with diverse toys because representation really does matter. So make sure you're marketing to the biggest possible audience and don't narrow it down. Everybody is looking for products like this now.
That's such a good point.
Good luck with those dolls, too. Ozzy.
Gorgeous.
And we just want to point out one last thing about you, Miss Emma. You are part of a very kind of awesome club that gives back. Tell us about it.
Absolutely. 15% pledge. Actually, it's a non-profit that is working with businesses all over this country. And essentially what we're asking retailers to do is to put 15% of their buy towards black-owned businesses. Black people make up 15% of the population. And so we're essentially shifting the focus and shifting dollars into the hands of incredibly vibrant black founders who need retailers, that need the support. And honestly, it's one of the things that I'm most proud of. We've actually shifted over $14 billion of opportunity into the hands of black-owned businesses through our pledge taking.
That's amazing.
You are incredible. We were so happy to have all of y'all here.
Good luck, you guys. We can't wait to see what happens with your businesses.
Thank you, Emma. And we'll be back right after this.
Nice job.